Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Tindy Hoya from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Relationship. This coaching conversation is for moms, wives, and women who are wanting to have a balance on healthy lifestyle and healthy relationship to a happier life. And my mission is to help women create that intention to make the decision to be the mom, wife, and woman so that they can influence and make an impact to have a family that thrives in a safe mental and emotional space. And thank you everyone for joining me live today. Yes, there's a change of my background. Unfortunately, something happened to my laptop, so I'm currently using my husband's laptop. But even if that thing happened, the show must go on. So join me live today and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. And please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. Who knows? It's just your voice or you're just one message away from that person. Baka nga kailangan taga ng tao. Kung may mga tao kayong namimiss na matagal nyo na hindi nakakausap or nakukumusta, then this is the best time. Send them a message or you can just comment their names on the chat box so that they can join us today and be inspired this afternoon. And if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So great afternoon, everyone. And of course, hello. Let me just greet the coaches joining me this afternoon. We have, of course, Coach Lean, Coach Candy, and Coach Rizel. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. And for this afternoon, of course, we're going to be talking about how to be emotionally safe in your relationship. It's really important that we know and understand how to have an emotional or have that emotional safety because it is the key to fostering meaningful connections and healthy relationship. It's really about how you relate to your feelings and feeling free from harm. Yung kaya mo mag-express na walang fear, na hindi ka natatakot, or you're just able to express that whatever the outcome is. So that's how important it is to have that emotional safety in the relationship. And for those of you joining me for the first time, if this is the first time you're seeing me here in Coaching Think Talk, I am Life Coach Tindy Hoya. I am a certified co-active, co-create life coach and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I was previously an HR practitioner in in one of the biggest BPO in the country before I decided to fully to resign and go full time into life coaching. I am a mom of two teenagers. I now have one 19 years old and one turning 16 this coming September 15. So that's my son who's going to be celebrating his 16th birthday this coming September 15. I am also a wife to a certified life coach. If most of for those of you who do not know him, he's life coach on De Hoya. I am also a community manager, a public speaking scholar, and a master builder, apprentice of Master Coaching, where we help you build tribes to reach your unstoppable dream. And I am the creator and founder of a Women's Epiphany coaching community where I help women create that intention to make that decision to be the mom, wife, and woman so that they can influence and make an impact to have a family that thrives in a safe mental and emotional space. And I always believe that as a woman, as a mom, as a wife, you have the power to make a choice to be that mom, that wife, and that woman you want to be so that you can contribute more in society. And of course, I am also a proud mental model collector. We've been learning about the mental models in Be Learning Society. So I'll share to you later on how you can be a part of what we're doing as mental model collectors. So for this afternoon, we're gonna be talking about emotional safety. If you're familiar, meron din kasi emotional safety in the workplace. And si Coach Lean ang nag to talk about it. But do you know that emotional safety should be in everything, like in your relationships, in your workplace? It has to be present. So hindi lang sa workplace ang emotional safety, but more specifically, it has to also be present in your relationships, whether it's in marriage or in your relationship with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, with your office workers or co-office and your boss. There has to be an emotional safety. And what is it really? If you think about it, see, it's the expression that they're really able to express when they're confused, when they're mad, whatever it is, they are free to express it. So, was there ever something that you kept for yourself instead of telling your partner because you were afraid of how he or she will react? Dumating ka na ba dun sa point na there was a moment na may gusto kang sabihin pero you didn't feel safe to really share it? Emotional safety means that the partners feel comfortable with being authentic, sharing thoughts, feelings, and ideas, and expressing issues without fear of being put down, shut down, ridiculed, criticized, or told to be act or feel different. It has to be that the person is able to express. It's like when we talk about emotional safety, emotional is defined as relating to one's feeling. And safety means keeping yourself or others free from harm. So when you are emotionally safe, you have removed yourself as a barrier to others freely being themselves. You allow them to be. You create that safe space for them. And emotional safety comes from within. It starts with you. It consists of identifying your feelings and being able to feel them. It's also about a state where two people are open, vulnerable, and intimate with each other. They can freely express, they can share their worst fear, their highest potentials, their dreams, their desires nang hindi sila nagfi-filter. Parang pag ganun siya parang no filtering of the emotions na no holds barred. Whether masakit man yung sinabi o hindi, parang they are able to express that. And of course, it means revealing your true self to another person. That is what emotional safety is. Yung nailalabas mo lahat ng gusto mong sabihin. At wala kang, parang you don't worry about how the other person will react. Same way as your partner, your parents. Yung parang you can come into that space where each of you are able to really open up and express whatever it is you're feeling, regardless of how they will respond to what you have shared. And and for you to be able to reach that stage in that relationship, in whatever relationship it is, you have to have these three features of relationship. Hello, Master Coach Jasmine. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. First is the commitment. That means you show commitment by the choices you make in your relationship. And of course, the center of it is your decision to remain exclusive, dedicated, and faithful to one another, even when the waters is being tested or may struggles a relationship, but you are still able to commit with each other. Another, of course, is you are there is emotional availability and presence. So that means you're much more than just a warm body. Hindi ka lang parang andyan. You have to feed the relationship foundation. The couples need to be emotionally engaged and available for one another. So I'm talking about this in the context of marriage. But this is applicable in any relationship kasi kailangan mo naman talaga ng commitment sa relationship. Even if it's a friendship, you commit to be the friend of that person. Hindi naman kasi pag sinabing commitment, boyfriend, girlfriend lang or mag-asawa, di ba? And of course, the emotional availability and presence, it has to be available in all kinds of the relationship. And of course, you make yourself known to one another by sharing who you are, your feelings, your reactions, your values, your fears, your ideas, and being open and receptive to each other sharing. So in couple relationship, it has to be you has to be emotionally available and present. yung parang you have your quality time to really talk about it. And of course, predictability and consistency. Predictability and consistency is more of imagine how disconcerting it would be if your partner acted supportive this time and then one day biglang naging indifferent and cold. Tapos may ganun kayong moment na ayos pala ngayon, mamaya hindi na naman. Paano pag ganun yung relationship nyo? Whatever it is, whether it's friendship or kahit nga sa parent, 'di ba parang you walk in ice, yun ba yung term doon? You walk in ice na parang hindi mo alam kung ano yung magiging timpla later ng moods niya. It's gonna be so hard. So, sabi nga nila, to be emotionally safe in a relationship, it has somehow to be predictable and consistent. Well, there will be moments na at times hindi mo alam kung anong moods, pero hindi naman yung talagang yung very nag-spike, di ba? Parang ngayon, okay, tapos mamaya hindi. It's not gonna be good. Yung erratic, that's the term that I'm looking for, which can actually weaken and destroy the foundations of the emotional security that each one have. And as they say, we must have emotional safety before we can even think about opening ourselves up for emotional connection. We always believe, or many of us believe, that if there is no physical abuse, no hitting, no pushing, or putting it on the floor, any other way of dominating or threatening another person using the body, iniisip natin na it's a healthy relationship or it's a healthy one. And it's not. There's a research in neurobiology which confirms that we need to feel safe before we can feel free to be open, authentic, and vulnerable. Our brain is constantly scanning for the existence of safety and threat. And based upon this data, we unconsciously decide whether it is safe to connect or whether we need to close off and protect. So, even in these moments na I'm talking to you, my brain, of course, is looking for me to be able to feel safe. Ganun daw kasi yung brain natin, it constantly scans. So, important talaga na we have to have emotional safety first before we can even have the emotional connection. And there are some warning signs that means you are unsafe in the relationship. You can check this out also in Google. You can find a lot. Ito lang yung kinuha ko kasi mas ano siya eh. There's like chronic stress because you cannot predict with any reliability what your partner will do kung erratic yung behavior. You dare not speak up for fear of angry outbursts. So, minsan, di ba, kung may anger management ang partner mo or someone in the house, so it's gonna be unsafe. You're hesitant to put your heart on the line or initiate affection or intimacy because of a painful pattern of rejection. So these are some of the signs that you can check out when the relationship feels unsafe. So it's really important that we are able to feel that safety for us to have that emotional connection. So I'll give you some tips to enhance emotional safety. So first is use the I statement. The I statement consists of three parts. I feel, for example, I feel sad when you do not text me because I feel I am not important. So using the I statement, when discussing a relational issue, it's common actually for couples to start a sentence with ikaw kasi, or you are, or you did this. You're so insensitive, you're so parang wala kang pakialam or something. So, however, this blaming language will likely put the partner on the defense. So, pag ganun ka, pag naka-use statement ka kasi, naka-defensive mode. And even in parent-child relationship, ganun din. When you use the use statement, it feels na it's an accusation. Kaya nagiging defensive. But when you use the I statement, it allows us to take responsibility for how we feel. and also share the impact of our partner's behavior, which allows both partners' experiences to be valid and sends the language that it's safe to bring up concerns without fear of being invalidated. So when you use the I statement, mas powerful siya kasi wala siyang accusation, but you acknowledge your part. You accept that you also have something, uh, you also have done something in the relationship to cause it that way. So, may accountability. Kaya mas maganda pag I statement. And that creates, of course, the emotional safety kasi hindi na-feel ng isa na kailangan niyang i-defend yung sarili niya. Second is, of course, inquire instead of accuse. It's easy to assume what our partner is thinking, and often we miss the mark. So, it's important, or it's much better if we inquire because it comes from a space of openness and curiosity. While if you assume, it comes from a space of accusing, and you already have all the assumptions and judgment. So when we inquire, we send the message that we are seeking to connect through understanding, while when we accuse, we send the message that we know best, which generally results in misunderstanding and disconnection. It's very common really to paggalit ka, accusation agad instead of inquiring. And yes, dumaan din kami sa ganitong space ni Coach Sean, but coaching, when we ventured into life coaching, it helped us understand each other better, that we came into a point that we now inquire instead of accuse. And even with the kids, when we are speaking with them, kahit sabi, di ba, may ginawang mali sa paningin mo, as a parent, of course, you still have to point it out. But instead of speaking to them and accusing them na, bakit ginawa mo yan? Eh, alam mong mali yan. We instead inquire, but what made you do it and all. Kasi, mas nagiging vulnerable yung bata at mas nai-express niya. Mas nakakapag-share siya kung bakit nagawa yon or saan nanggaling at nagawa niya yon. So, it works. So, even in marriage, it also works. We have tested that. Me and Coach have tested that. Siguro lang it's more because we are a product of coaching. I did experience coaching with Master Coach, and so is he. So, dumating na kami sa point na we are able now to inquire pag may issue instead of accusations. Third, of course, is using absolute words. So, avoid absolute language. Ano ba yung mga, sabi nila, yung mga absolute words daw are those words where we use all, every, each, none, never, everyone, everybody, always. When couples kasi commonly use absolute language when they're upset. So, for example, you never help me at home. So, may never, di ba? You never listen to me. Hindi ka kasi nakikinig. Or lagi mo na lang akong pinapansin. Lagi, never. Those are words that is absolute. And when you use absolute language, remember, it's pretty much never accurate. We as humans live in a continuum. And absolute language denies the nuances of being human. When we say continuum, parang life is a continuous journey. And nothing is absolute in life. But when we use absolute language, it's like we stop our being human. So, in relationships, absolute language is unproductive because it tends to put us on the defensive. So, syempre, pag sinabi mong, di ka kasi nakikinig sa akin, or lagi mo na lang akong pinupuna, or never mo akong na-appreciate, di ba, very absolute yon. And of course, the defense of the other, teka, I appreciate you na, at humahaba yung argument. Ganun naman talaga eh. Kaya ngayon nga, mindful na kami, like, minsan, at times, clumsy talaga si Coach siya na eh. Ako din, may moments akong clumsy. Tapos minsan sabi ko, kunwari, kanina, may nahulog. Tapos mamaya may nahulog. Sabi ko, lagi mo na lang natata. Tapos bigla niya sabihin, lagi? So, nag-i-stop ako, teka, hindi pala. Kailangan mo ayusin yung words. Pero kung hindi ka mindful, and nandun kayo sa, at nagiging cause siya ng away, because absolute nga yung mga words. So, ibig sabihin, lagi, every time yung taga ginagawa niya, or baka naman, nagkataon na at this time kasi upset ka, ganun ang pakiramdam mo. So, it becomes an accusation as well. Babalik ka ulit na you accuse, you never ask. Kasi absolute word na yung ginamit mo. So, yun siya. Sabi ni Coach Candy, he is such a coach. Yeah. Minsan kasi may ganun kami moments. And, fourth is listen to understand, not to complain. Couples often fall into a relationship trap of trying to convince the other that their way of thinking is correct. Tama yun. Dumating din taga kami dito sa point na, alam mo yung debate, if you have been, di ba sa school dinaanan natin yung debate, I'm also a member of the debating team. Kaya, di ba, and I also have a background in law, so alam mo kung paano ka lulusot. Merong moments na, kahit mali siya, hanapan mo siya ng way. So, to convince the other person. Kaya lang nga, in relationship, hindi siya ganon. You also have to come into a point that you have to listen and understand kung saan ba ang pinanggagalingan ng tao. Because when you don't listen and you try to convince the other person and complain about it, this leads to disconnection in the relationship. And it gives a feeling of being unsafe because they will no longer share their thoughts. Instead, when we listen to understand our partner's perspective, we allowed ourselves to become open to the possibility of new ideas and increase our connection with our partners by allowing them to feel heard and understood. Kasi kung pag hindi talaga, kung i-convince mo lang, you listen because you wanna do a rebuttal yung tawag namin dun sa debate. Hindi talaga. Lagi na lang kayong magsasagutan ka at hindi kayo matatapos. Kasi no one wants to give in . But when you come into a space that you try to understand each other, it's easier. Bababa mo nga lang taga yung pride mo, yung arrogance mo, yung ego mo. Kasi kailangan, gusto nyong ayusin. So that's one as well. And that creates emotional safety when you are able both to express without you being so defensive all the time. And fifth is know and use your self-suit tools. So during difficult conversations, it's common for us to become emotionally charged. And of course, when we are charged, we become flooded with emotion. So I'm not sure kasi ako, pag galit ako, I keep quiet and oftentimes I walk out. Yung iba kasi, pag galit, talagang machine gun. Yung bibig, ratatata, di ba? May mga ganon. Pag nagkikwentuhan nga kami dati sa office ng mga ka-office mate ko, especially the guys, they would say, pag nagagalit yung asawa ko, ganito, ganyan, nangingay-ingay. So, ako naman opposite, I keep quiet. However, it's still not gonna help in the relationship kung may walk out. Ito yung isa din sa mga stonewalling ang tawag doon . Parang you become cold in the relationship at lalo siyang hindi naayos. And it's important that you know how to use your self-soothing tools so that when you feel so emotionally charged and you're flooded with emotions, you are able to react or respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. So when both of you are aware of your emotional limits and you have coping skills to deal with the emotion, each of you will feel safe to bring up issues without fear during the conversation. Kasi pag hindi, talagang it will not be okay dun sa relationship. Talagang lalo kayong mag-aaway. And in the long run, it's gonna be so difficult kasi magpapatong-patong yung anger, yung guilt, lahat na. And at times, this is actually the cause of relationships breaking up. Kasi hindi na kaya hindi na maayos. 6 is give positive feedback through genuine compliments, validation, gratitude, and empathy. Your relationship will improve if you generally live by this rule that for every negative interaction you have with your partner, make sure there are 5 positive ones. And it's worth it works. Kasi nga, sa relationship, hindi na, di ba, nung nag-umpisa naman kayo, wala ka nga nakitang negative eh. Cute nga yun para sa'yo, yung mga flaws niya. Pero bakit nung mag-asawa na kayo at matagal na kayo sa relationship, pangit na. Ang pangit na ng ugali, hindi mo na gusto, ang dami mo ng complaints. So when it happens, if there's one negative thing that happened, think of the 5 positive ones to counteract. Kasi pwede nyo naman talagang pag-usapan eh. The more you organically notice and acknowledge the things that you appreciate, enjoy, and admire in your partner, the more easily it will be to tolerate that, pero not tolerate, but really to somehow give leeway to the negative feedback until ready na kayong pag-usapan. Pangit din kasi ang iaalaw mo lang ng iaalaw na it becomes your toleration. So mali din yun. It's more of you, okay, you allow it at this time kasi mainit pa yung usapan, but to give it some time to mellow down and for you to really be able to talk again about it. Sabi nga ni Coach Vlad, my self-soothing tools are massage, food, smell of fresh air. Oo nga, Coach Vlad, no, the smell of fresh air. Food, yes. Massage, mahirap magpamassage. Pero yeah, I miss massage yan. And 7, of course, is practice grace and compassion with yourself and your partner. Well, this is a fact. Both of you are human. So you and your partner will come to a point that you will mess up. So accept this and allow yourselves or your partner that there is really an imperfection. But create that space to talk about those mistakes and learn from them and grow. When you have compassion, it sends the message that it's okay and you're ready to accept, and you're ready to forgive, but you have to talk about it so that it will not happen again. So have that grace and compassion with yourself. Ikaw din, forgive also yourself. And finally, encourage and support each other in personal growth. Emotional safety requires a willingness to go inward. So the better we know ourselves, understand our triggers, and learn how to effectively cope, the more we are going to be able to hold a space for our partner to be who they are, express issues as they arise, and feel comfortable sharing their experiences. So acceptance of ourselves and each other is critical to emotional safety. It's hard to create the space for change when we come from a place of criticism and judgment. So create that space where you're both freely open, authentic, and vulnerable. Well, we're not perfect. And it's hard to be perfect. Wala naman talagang perfect na tao. Sigad lang talagang perfect. But we're not. We're humans. But what we can do is try our best and remember that we are capable of growing to be better in who we are and in the relationships that we have. So thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Connect with me. You can connect with me at 0917-806-4200, or you can send me a message via email or visit and be a member of my FB group, a Women's Epiphany Coaching Community. So this is an invitation for women. If you're a mom, a wife, you're a woman who's ready to journey and discover yourself in the process, that you're more than your role, that you were given that gift as a woman, then connect with me. Join me in my Facebook group. And as I end this conversation, of course, let me invite you to be a part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. But before that, I'll be doing a rerun of my Regaining Me coaching workshop. This is a 6-week journey to discover and regain yourself, your passion, and your momentum. So this is going to be this coming September 19th to October 24th. That's all Sundays of September and October at 7:30 p.m. So just connect with me at 0917-806-4200. So ano ba yung Regaining Me? It's really more of you, if you ever felt burdened or at times you feel na parang burnt out ka na as a mom and wife, na parang ito na lang ba talaga yung dapat kong ginagawa, then this program is for you. If you have dreams but they have to take a back seat kasi feeling mo selfish ka pag tinuloy mo kasi may asawa at anak ka na, then this is for you. Discover what you can do to be a better you so that you can give more to your family. Or ikaw yung you came whole in the relationship pero feeling mo parang hindi na ikaw, parang you've lost yourself in the process, or there's always something missing in your life, then it's time to get back the you that was lost. So join me, connect with me, and let's have a conversation. And of course, if you're not yet a Smart B Learning e-card holder, join us and enjoy the perks that we are enjoying as a B Learning e-card holder. And that's, of course, the 5% discount from Decaf Coffee Republic whenever you purchase your healthy food, the vegan foods that we have, or also the comfort food or any drinks. You also get the free 90-minute coaching session with a senior coach affiliated with Life Coach Philippines. And of course, the free mental model masterclass from Master Coach A. And of course, this is the best time for you to take action and join us. So connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the Bill Learning Society, the tent maker of Bill Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. And the next Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A is this. This happens every third Saturday of the month, and the next Mental Model Masterclass is about the multiplier skills mental model master. That's this coming September 18 at 7 p.m. In this masterclass, you will discover the scary truth behind the garbage in, garbage out principle in learning. Remember, we have a lot that we can take down from the internet, that we can read, we can learn from, but at times consuming it is sometimes not enough, or when we consume it, we get the wrong information, which can make us more ignorant, fixed-minded, assuming, overconfident, or at times blind followers of pseudo-experts giving cheap jack advice. So the multiplier skills mental model mastery will teach you how to learn what and how. Kumbaga, you should be learning the what and the how so that you can experience accelerated success with less wasted time. So connect with me or connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. And if you're an individual who is now ready to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach now offers Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. It includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day life coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day life business bootcamp with a senior coaching team. The program package also comes with many other bonuses, so connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. And of course, we're so proud to announce that Life Coach Philippines is now able to provide CPD. So we are now a CPD provider. So the courses that we will be having will now have their own CPD units as well. So if your companies or organizations needed trainings wherein it requires a CPD, connect with us. All you have to do is message Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. All right? And this is what we're doing as coaches. We're doing Think Talk every 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. every day of the week. So for tomorrow, do join us for another coaching conversation with Coach Candy for Coaching for Mindful Eating at 10 a.m., Coach Cherry for Coaching for Leap Formation at 2 p.m., and Coach Rizal for Coaching for Purposeful Living at 4 p.m. All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for joining me again this afternoon. I am Life Coach Tin from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Laugh, bam, boom. Laugh, bam, boom. Laugh, bam, boom. Thank you.